The idea that a lot of people have about hospices is that it's somewhere that you go to die. Well, you don't. You come to a hospice to live, very much so. We provide support and care for people who've been diagnosed with life-limiting illnesses.
It's very important that people are able to mix with other guests who may have similar experiences. Just the support of peers can be very helpful.
You come here and you talk about your ailments and that, but you don't feel sad or anything because we're all in the same boat.
You just get your confidence back when you get ill, and it really helps that way because there's always somebody to talk to.
With our knowledge of palliative care and also the fact that our numbers of guests are fairly small in relation to staff numbers, we're able to give people time. We're good listeners, and also we can give practical help where it's needed. If people need help with dressings or whatever else.
Been able to get my legs dressed, they even dress your legs here for you and see to you, so it's nice to know there's always somebody here, nurses and whatnot, you know, for safety.
Sometimes if we don't have an answer for things, we very often know who can help, so we can put people in the right direction for extra help. We have a palliative care consultant from one of the Derby hospitals who comes on a Monday morning, and she will see 4 or 5 patients here, which is nice because it means people haven't got to travel to a hospital and sit around waiting, and it's very much more relaxed here for people.
Warm, friendly, kind, helpful, supportive. Yeah, very, very, very nice people. I come on a Wednesday normally and have the massage, that sort of thing, and the ladies that do that are lovely as well.
We provide a space where guests can come and express themselves, learn some new skills, join in the activities that we do, artwork, painting, that sort of thing.
Welcome the guests, so make them feel comfortable, get them the toast, the drinks, a little tipple in the day, that's quite nice. Just keep them all company really, see like how they're getting on.
I've been made most welcome. It's the most friendly place you can imagine actually. The staff and the volunteers go out of the way to be helpful as they possibly can.
Enjoy talking to people, helping people and finding out all about their lives as well.
Hospice at Home is a team of nurses that actually go into people's homes to nurse them, as opposed to them coming up to the hospice. It's completely free and it can be accessed by relatives, GPs, hospitals, the client themselves, anyone. We normally try and do a few hours during the day just to break people into it and to let them know that we're there for the whole family and not just the client, because I think the misconception is that we're just there for the client and not for the whole family.
I was in a situation where I didn't care if I lived or died. It was only the kids keeping me going. I didn't really know how to pull myself out of it, and being one of these people that had looked after her while she was ill, I couldn't understand why it was now that I was falling to bits. The way my life was going, I was spending stupidly, I was acting stupidly. I couldn't see tomorrow. Had the Treetops not helped me out, I do honestly think that my car would have been in a ditch at the side of the motorway, because that is how I was acting. Without a shadow of a doubt, they gave me my life back, they gave my kids their dad back, and I continue to be the guy that Yoke had married.
It's a very friendly, vibrant community. There's always things going on, With the visitors and volunteers, you meet a lot of interesting people. There's a lot to talk about.
The grounds are so wonderful. Absolutely fabulous flowers, daffodils, tulips, things like that. Couldn't speak too highly about it, really. Fabulous place, fabulous place.
I became a volunteer driver, and I've been driving for 4 years, and then obviously this garden opportunity came along, so I grabbed that because it is my passion. Last year we planted 22,000 daffodils in the daffodil walk, and with a view to opening it this year, which we did. It's given me something in my life, a big thing in my life.
It's service for children and young people under 18 and their families, and the aim is to really help children get through the process of grieving as best they can. Often that involves helping them express feelings and emotions that they've got that they might not want to share with anyone else. That can be fear about dying or anxiety. A lot of research shows that children who are grieving can have a lot of other related problems, whether it's performance at school or difficulties within the family, even offending or eating problems. There's a whole range of extra difficulties that might come along if a child or young person doesn't grieve healthily. And so that affects the whole community and obviously affects the immediate family. And we take referrals of young people who may not have had any connection with Treetops in any other way. It's a very warm, friendly place with a lot of hope and a lot of enjoyment really going on within the building. And I guess that's partly what I hope that the children I work with will come to feel again when they get beyond the immediate grief that they're in.
They make you very welcome. As soon as you come through the door, you can tell that feel about it.
Oh, I love it. You can't wish for a better place. It's top notch.
My mother-in-law took very poorly and ill, and my wife decided she would have to come home and live with us because fear of her going in a hospital, we was frightened of losing her. And the wife was close to a nervous breakdown on taking on this responsibility until Treetops came along, and they was able to speak with the wife, settle her down and offer her help, and which they did, which I thought was marvellous. And we've got to know a lot of the people through Treetops because of you've only got to ring up and you can get help of some form. And we meet once a fortnight, and all the carers come along here that can get, and if they can't get, Treetops offers a facility to enable them to get here, and that is involving transport as well. If they're stuck for transport, they do everything to get the full team in every week where it's possible. You hear about other people's stories, and then you realise that there's more people than yourself that are in this position, and there's a lot of weeping in some cases, which is probably good, and the officials are there to ease that, and sort of, if they need to take them to one side, they can and they will, and they can come back. And I notice as these meetings progress, these people who are, the loved ones are critically poorly, are getting stronger and able to handle it through thanks to Treetops.
We have sad moments, obviously, because people inevitably die or become ill, but overall the atmosphere is one very much for people getting on with their lives.
Always smiling and cracking the jokes and that.
Don't be frightened to come. It's a lovely place.
Can't complain. It's well thought of, very well supported, and it deserves to be. Yeah.
It's the happiest place I know, and they really understand about people who are terminally ill and make their days happy.